Hello, everyone. So I saw this post today and I had to share. So this Twitter user, their screen name is Your Fave to Hate. They wrote, so I went on a date last night and I really enjoyed myself. It felt great to be around someone who could hold a conversation throughout the whole night. So good, we were both like, when is the next date? Then a day later, the same user wrote, update, I give up. We were talking on the phone last night and I was totally turned off. I forgot to bring this up the other day, but they put your appetizer on my bill. Me, okay, how much was it? 15 something, but 15 will be cool. Me, sent him the money and just decided to leave him and that $15. And just for context, this person wrote, yes, we went Dutch, and I see where you're trying to go with this, but for me, I feel that if you need $15, maybe dating shouldn't be a focus, but that's just me. Okay. What I love best about this whole story, because I've seen similar stories, is it didn't come from a woman. This was a guy. This was a guy who was dating another guy. So all of this time, women have been saying, oh my God, these guys are crazy and they're doing crazy, irrational things when dating. It's not just us, ladies. The men are experiencing it too. I thought that this was really funny because it's not the first time I've seen like a similar story where guys go on dates and they want to be paid back for the date, or they same thing. Please, you didn't split it evenly, or whatever it may be. The thing that's crazy to me is that this just doesn't even make sense, because he could have just told the waiter at the table while on the date, hey, this doesn't go on my bill. And this would have never been an issue. But instead, he paid the bill with the 15 and something on it, 15 and change, and then waited days later to bring it up and ask for his money back. Let me tell you something, fellas. If you are out here asking for $15 back, you don't need to be dating. I absolutely agree with this guy. You don't need to date. Dating is not for you. You need to focus on your finances if $15 is an issue. It's time, fellas, get it together. It's not just women complaining about you. It's men too. It's a man thing. You guys need to really pull it together, because if this is what is your concern, the $15, you don't need to be out there. You don't need to be dating. You need to be focused on finances, getting yourself together, making sure that when you start to date, even if you happen to go Dutch and somebody's appetizer ends up on your bill, then you can just go ahead and take care of that little $15. But if you can't do that, this shouldn't be your priority. But what I love, like I said, what I love best is this story didn't come from a woman. This story didn't come from a woman. It's not us just complaining. It's not us. It's the men. The men, like, when you're dating, and honestly, I think it's great that they went Dutch, and I don't mind. Like, I know a lot of women don't want to go Dutch, as long as the guy is upfront about the Dutch date and you can just like agree to it or not. If you agree to it, it's not a big deal. But the fact that the same experiences are happening to men while dating men says so much about men. Like, men are really out here struggling. Listen. If you ask somebody out on a date and you don't say it's Dutch up front, you pay for the date. Boom. If you're out there dating and you go to a restaurant and you can't afford it, don't date. In fact, there's a video out there. Oh, I should talk about that while I'm here. There's a video out there of, let me just preface this by saying, I don't know if this is a real video or stage video, because a lot of people are staging stuff, but the lady went out on a date, and the guy gave her a $30 budget, so she pretty much dismissed him. I might put a little clip of that.
And tell me, this is the way that we finna start our new year off? Listen, I was just told just a few minutes ago, okay, after I had ordered my appetizer, that my budget for my date, my first date, is $30. Like, where they do that at? You know what I mean? And then
you're supposed to be a grown woman and you're recording me. You're being loud,
really
disrespectful. We're in a restaurant.
Never.
You can't conduct yourself like a mature lady.
I am conducting myself.
I gave you $30 budgets.
No, a $30.
You think
So
you're gonna get here?
you don't even get a chance. This man don't even. He don't even get a chance to talk.
if you can't afford to date, if $30, $15 is preventing you, or you're trying to put somebody else on your budget, don't date. Or go to a restaurant, go to a food truck, go to what you can afford. Because if you are not able to get out here and date and afford to date, you don't need to be dating. And I've said this over and over, like, get your priorities together. If you are struggling financially, dating, and that goes for men and women. I'm not saying that women should be out here dating if they don't have their finances together. If you can't afford to go out on a date, don't ask anybody out. And if they ask you out and you're out there, you know, it's okay. But again, if your finances are not in order, especially if you are homeless, dating is not a priority. That goes for both men and women. Get your priorities straight, get your finances straight first, and then date. But if you're out here and you're quibbling over $15 or $30, just take yourself out of the dating market. Nobody wants to deal with that. Women don't want to deal with it, and men don't want to deal with it either. So anyway, I had to share that because I was like, oh my God, this is a great story. And ladies, it's not just us. The men are out here dating the men, and they're finding the same issues. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and peace, guys.